Let me just get this Insta going. Let me just get this Insta going. What did we say? What did we say? All right, 2 of 3. And did you see Ryu today? Did anybody see Ryu today? That was fantastic. I know it's a football Sunday. You were all worried that you had to get away from the Rams and the Dodgers at the same time. You have to do a little bit of both. It can be done. You can have multiple screens. It's very, not easy to do, but definitely able to be done. And yes, the Dodgers take 2 of 3 from the lowly Padres. We were here on Friday. Remember, we were talking on Friday, and everybody was a little upset. Oh, how do you lose to the Padres? And we said, it wasn't just me, it was everybody else here that was on all of these platforms saying, hey, it's the Padres. We shouldn't be losing to the Padres. Well, guess what? We're not losing to the Padres. We said that they would take 2 of 3. We said that Rich Hill would throw a gem. He went 7 innings on Saturday and threw a gem. And look what we saw from Hyun-Jin Ryu today. That was a beauty right there. 6 innings, no runs, and 3 hits by himself. 3 hits by himself. Hyun-Jin Ryu was fantastic tonight. And you know what? And that's the biggest part about it. Ryu basically solidified himself. And we're going to get into all of that. But because it's a win, and the first thing that everybody wants to do when the Dodgers win is they want to say, where am I from? Where am I watching this game? Where am I coming? Am I leaving Dodger Stadium? Am I in Texas? Am I in Australia? Am I in Puerto Vallarta? I don't care where you are. Tell me where you're at. Let's give some shout outs real fast. Tell me where you are so we can say, hey, I know exactly where you are, and we can shout it out whenever is needed. I love talking to you guys. Look at this. I got Dodgers doing 11:30 on what is this? This is on YouTube. You know, 1,000 RBIs. We're gonna get into all that. Let's see. What on Twitch? Where are you guys calling? Where are you guys hitting me up from? I know there's all of you guys were there. Oh, look, I love it. And the best thing about this is I'm seeing it on all of these different screens. I see it on Facebook. I see it on Periscope. I see it on YouTube and on Instagram. You are so right. You are so right. I don't like tooting my horn too much, but I mean I do. Who doesn't? Everybody likes tooting their own horn. And today I'm going to, because yes, we said it was going to happen. They were going to take 2 of 3, and the 2 guys, Ryu and Hill, were going to throw gems, and they did. I got Durango, Colorado, Stanton, California, Phoenix, Arizona. Look at you. Colorado Springs, go Dodgers at Eddie Harrison. East Lansing, Michigan from Doug Crosby. That's right, Doug. Look at you all the way in Michigan. Love it. Go. Oh, man. Then someone comes on and says, go Rockies. What are you thinking? This is the wrong place for you to be. Wicked Clowns 420. You're the wrong place to be. Colorado won. Arizona better. Yeah, man. Denver in the building from Wicked Clown. Denver, of course, then you're a Rockies fan. Hey, how does it feel to know that you got 2 wins out of 7 against the Dodgers in the last 2 series? I probably didn't feel too good for you, did that, Wicked Clowns? Yeah, you're not too happy. I got Huntington Beach, California, Pensacola. Where were you from? Madera, California. Get some Go Dodgers. Everybody just loving with that. Boise, Idaho. Dodgers doing a Boise, Idaho. Good for you. On a Sunday, too. I know we're not here normally on a Sunday, but oh, this guy's on the toilet. He loves to be crazy. I know. From San Diego. So you actually watched the Chargers and the Padres lose in San Diego. Ouch. Sorry to see that happen. Indiana, SF. Brian in Burbank, what's up, man? Welcome to New Mexico. Oh, I love it. I love it. Everybody, I love seeing where everybody's from. El Monte, California. Kingman, Arizona, from Felice Pool. Yeah, go Dodgers. Still sitting here at the stadium. Carlos Montalvan, look at you. Yes, and go scream out the window. Carlos, I want you to scream out the window. Say, hey, turn on Dodgers Nation and DN postgame. Just scream it out and tell everybody to go on Dodgers Nation. Yeah, can we go to, remember, Dodgers Nation. Dodgers Nation is where you want to see us. ESPN Los Angeles is a part of it too, but Dodgers Nation is where you want. You can get me on Dodgers Nation Facebook, Dodgers Nation Instagram, Dodgers Nation Periscope, Dodgers Nation YouTube, Dodgers Nation Twitch, and the ESPN Los Angeles, brand new to the crew on their Periscope as well. So tell them, scream it out, Carlos. Tell them you got 6 different places to find this guy, and I don't have to sit on hold. It's way, way better that way. Pomona, Barrow, Arkansas. Wow, is that Alaska? What's AK? Is AK Arkansas or Alaska? Alaska. Whoa, Alaska. Yeah, see, I didn't pass geography, obviously. Chino Hills. Oh, I love Chino Hills. Rosemary, welcome. I know the ESPN Los Angeles loves getting out there too. All right. So now, obviously, that's everywhere where a lot of people are from. Muncie, Indiana. And hey, Max Muncy had a big day today off the bench. So look at, I love seeing all these great you don't remember Kirk Gibbs? Who doesn't remember Kirk Gibson? I remember Kirk Gibson. All right, big win. So now let's get into the actual game before we get into all of your questions. I know you want to shoot at Disneyland. Watching me at Disneyland. I love Disneyland. I go to Disneyland as much as possible. And that's what, we were just there 2 weeks ago, right? Was it 2 weeks ago? Something like that. All right, anyway, let's get into the actual game. Ryu is now solidified. He has... Let's really look deep into his numbers. I haven't got all of them in front of me, but... The last time I looked, and it didn't change tonight, Hyunjin Ryu this entire year has given up 3 runs 3 times this year. Everything else was below. Everything was below 3 runs. He absolutely solidified himself into this starting rotation for the playoffs. I can't imagine anybody being there ahead of him. It's going to be Kershaw, Buehler, and Ryu and Hill, I think, are your other 2, and I don't know which way you're going to go with that. I don't know if you want to go lefty, righty, lefty, right, or lefty, lefty. I mean, it's all going to be a whole big thing. I know Ryu's a lefty, and Kershaw and Hill are all lefties, and you have Buehler. That's your 1-2. I don't know which one you're going to go 3-4, but Ryu looked fantastic, and he is a beast. An absolute beast when he pitches at Dodger Stadium. I think I saw a stat. He's 5th all-time at Dodger Stadium with like a 1.15 ERA at Dodger Stadium. That's insane. So that you could, depending on the series, you may see him in that 2 spot and Buehler down just because you want to see Buehler on the road. I mean, I can't see it actually happen. That's just kind of off the top of my head. But either way, it's still, you're going to see Ryu in that rotation. I don't think Ross Stripling has a shot at it anymore. Alex Wood is no longer in that conversation. It's Ryu, Hill, Buehler, Kershaw. If they do anything different, they're absolutely insane because that's your top 4 pitchers. All right, Kemp. 1,000 RBIs for Matt Kemp. Look at you. Congratulations, Matt Kemp. Everybody remembers when he was an amazing Dodger, and he hasn't had a big series. This has been a great year for Matt Kemp. He's gone through some ups and downs, but mostly they've been highs, and he hit a home run on his birthday. He hit another home run on his birthday. Last time, I think I heard it on the broadcast from Joe Davis. The last time that he hit a home run on his birthday was 2014, and he's done it 3 times on his birthday, so he did another one tonight. 1,000 RBIs for him. Fantastic. Congratulations, Matt Kemp. And that's a day after Manny Machado hit his 100th RBI for the first time ever. So that's huge. And that's the next thing. Manny Power, that's now 2 games in a row that Manny Machado has hit a home run. And Manny Machado is in the 4th spot, which is crazy to me. I don't really know if I like him in that 4th spot, but him in that 4th spot, he's been really good. The last 2 games, he's hit home runs. He's seeing different pitches. It's a different place being in the 3 spot and the 4 spot. And you know, I thought you'd think you'd see more fastballs in the 3 spot, but he's finding his swing, and he's hitting out balls out of the yard. I don't care where you are. If you're hitting home runs, I want you where you're hitting the best. So if you want to be in that 4 spot, fine by me. I thought the 2-3 was the best, but obviously he's hitting well in 4, so let's keep him there. But fan appreciation, today was Fan Appreciation Day. So congratulations to all the fans being there. Again, 6 years in a row that the Dodgers have led the entire league in attendance. Congratulations to the Dodgers. I wanted to change that fan appreciation, but it happened kind of late. Julio Urias has made him, is what I wanted to put there. Julio Urias was shockingly good today. I had not seen him do anything along those lines, what he did today. He hit 97 on the gun. He struck out the side in the 8th, and then he got pitched a scoreless 9th. That's huge. Those are huge. I want to see how many. And you know what? SD Dodger on Dodgers Nation. He made a great point to me on Twitter after I talked about that 97-mile-per-hour pitch to end the 8th inning. He said, "Let's see how many days in between that he needs before we start saying, oh my God, Urias is making this postseason bullpen, because." If he needs 4 days in between after pitching 2 innings, I can see then I don't think you see him on the roster. If he needs just that normal 1 day's rest that he would need in order to pitch a day later, then I think he's got a chance at it. Because now in this week, if he wants to make this roster, this is the time. This is the time for Urias to do it, where he can come in, throw in 97, striking guys out, got that great pickoff move. Then you may see Urias, but I think there's just not enough space for him. And I saw someone here talking about Chase Utley out of the corner of my eye. Can we give it up for Chase Utley too? That was his last ever at bats at Dodger Stadium. He's done after this. Well, in the regular season and most likely the postseason. I don't really see him making that postseason roster either. But what a great guy. A great Dodger, a great Philly, which you don't normally like saying that, but a great Philly, great Dodger. This dude belongs in the Hall of Fame. He has been fantastic. I gotta give credit to Chase Utley. Local boy. Love him. Absolutely, congratulations to Chase Utley on a great career. We may never see him again at Dodger Stadium. Hopefully you get to see him a little bit more, either 3 in Arizona, 3 in San Francisco. All right, that's enough of my little rant about all this stuff on the actual game. Now let's get into your crazy questions, because this is the time that you guys like to talk. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to start off in Facebook. Facebook. Who scored the 2 touchdowns? Did David Ray from the past LA Rams get tried 2-point PATs? No, Raider. Yeah, I know. 14-0. They knew that today was a football Sunday. Look, you got the Rams and the LA Rams beating up on the San Diego Chargers. Love seeing that. Hate the Chargers. I'm a Raiders fan. I am not a Rams fan, but I do work for ESPN LA, and they are the Rams station. I'm not saying I'm a Rams fan. I am absolutely a Raiders fan, but anytime, because I'm a Raiders fan, anytime the Chargers lose, that's a great day for me. I love it. I love when the Chargers lose. That makes my day so much better. All right, let's see what we got. ESPN LA, what do we got for you? What do you got from you? Oh, I didn't mean to click that. All right, we got, do you even remember Pite? All right, this guy, we got some fighting going on that ESPN LA Periscope where they're talking about, do you remember Mike Piazza? Do you remember Kirk Gibson? There's so many, like, you're talking about guys from the 80s and 90s. I would hope you remember these guys at this point. I think it would be, now is the time to remember that stuff. I don't know who you're talking about, Covina. Let's see. I got some great rotation piece. Next year, Urias is going to be a great rotation piece. Just wait. Raiders. I know the Raiders are 0-3. Yeah. That's tough. They blew. They've had the lead 3 games in a row at halftime, and they've blown it. They've absolutely blown it. All right, let's check it out here on Instagram. And by the way, on Instagram, if you're watching on Instagram, I feel like I'm like lording over all of you guys. I'm on this I'm sitting on all these different pillows to be even with the ESPN LA, and you know, because everything has to be low here, I'm kind of like looking down at you. Sorry about that. Hey, what's happening? All right, Dodgers scored 2 touchdowns. Yes, they did. If he comes back as a coach, he'll likely be a Phillies coach. Most likely. That's if you're talking about Chase Utley. Yeah, most likely he'll go back to. He's a local guy though, so if he does, I can see him staying with the Dodgers, living in LA and having his kids in LA, and he just wants everybody to be here. So I could see him being back with the Dodgers. I don't see why they wouldn't want to bring him in anyway. He is the consummate professional, and he takes the hits too. All right. Sorry about your Bruins and Raiders. Yeah, that's not been a great time for my football teams in LA. Let's just put it that way. All right, Periscope 4, Dodgers Nation. You guys are always hot. Is Dozier going to make the postseason roster in your opinion? Edward Vento, that's a really good question, because we did this the other day, but we can do it again because, you know, this is what you guys like to hear. This is what you guys like to see. So I think let's actually go through it, because we've done this before, but this week's going to mean a lot, but who will make the postseason roster is another question. So let's do this right now. I think everybody wants to hear this stuff. If you weren't here before, I think, all right. So for your postseason roster on offense, Turner, Machado, Bellinger, Taylor, Grandal, Barnes, Kike, Kemp, Puig, Peterson, Muncy on the roster. That's 11. You're either going to have 12 or 13 batters and 12 or 13 pitchers, right? So with that, you've already got 11 just there. Turner, Machado, Bellinger, Taylor, Grandal, Barnes, Kike, Kemp, Puig, Peterson, Muncy. That's 11. That is 11 different guys. So now you only have 1 or 2 spots left. And of those 2 spots left, Dozier, Freese, Verdugo, and Utley. Let's take Utley off. I don't think Utley's going to make it. So now you're down to Dozier, Freese, and Verdugo. At this point, with this many guys, I think you need to actually have 13, and 13 is probably where they're going to go. So Dozier and Freese, I'm I'm saying Freese gets on. Freese absolutely gets in there. He hits lefties really well. He's a professional. He's hit big time home runs in the World Series. So I could see Dozier, or I could see Freese absolutely being on this roster, and I think he is. They added him for that. Now you're going between Dozier and Verdugo. And here's the issue. Do you go with the young guy who seems to get a hit almost every at bat, or at least every game? Or do you go with Dozier, who has the more power? That's where it's going to start getting really, really tough. You have to choose between one or the other, and I think you gotta go Dozier there. I think it depends. And taking Dozier off that roster really will hurt his confidence. I think he started again today. I think you're gonna see Dozier over Verdugo, and they're gonna keep Verdugo for next year and really hope that he's a big time piece for them next year. So let's just assume I'm going with Dozier. I'm going with Dozier and Freese, and that's leaving Verdugo off the roster. But he'll be going back and forth with the team, and he's going to be around if somebody gets hurt. You know, one of those phantom DL things that the Dodgers love to do. I know it's different in the postseason, but I think you got to go Dozier there. And then because we're doing the offense, let's do the pitching at the exact same time, because everyone's thinking about the same thing, right? All right, so the automatics. Let's start with the Kershaw, Buehler, Hill, Ryu absolutely have made it. They are done. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your starting rotation. So after that, again, 12, maybe 13 guys, because it's only 25. And if you keep 13, you can only keep 12 on the pitching staff. So 4 is Kershaw, Buehler, Hill, Stripling, Ryu. Then it's Kenley, Maeda. I'm going Roscup, Ferguson, Alexander, Floro, Venditti. And that only leaves one, and most likely it's going to be Stripling or Wood. That's leaving off Cingrani. That's leaving off Baez. That's leaving off Fields, who again looked good today, just like he did the other day. That's leaving off Urias, who looked really good today. That's leaving off Axford and Garcia and Madsen. So I think you got a lot of guys here that it's going to be different. I think Roscup has earned his way on. I think Ferguson earned his way on. Alexander's absolutely going to be on this roster. I think Floro and Venditti did too. But I can see, I'm not going to lie, I can see Venditti not making this roster, and they go with either a Cingrani or a Baez or a Fields in that situation. I know, just like all of you, I know you want to see Baez because he's been so good recently, but I just don't trust him in a big season. I just can't see it. In a big postseason situation, I don't want to see Baez. I don't think any of you want to see Baez. It's scary seeing Baez. He's looked really good over the last month or so, but I think he's going to be on his way out. Maybe Cingrani if he starts pitching, but you haven't really seen too much of him either. So I think the guy that it's going to be, I think Venditti has proven himself, especially going lefty and then righty. It's a huge, huge thing to have for them because of that. All right, let's check over on YouTube. Let's see. I got Turtleneck Tuesday here on YouTube. Wow, just found out the YouTube channel. Cool. Hey, welcome Turtleneck Tuesday. Listen, tell all your friends. This is where you want to have the Dodgers Nation postgame. Not on the phone, not on a channel you can't watch. Right here where everybody can find it. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Dodgers Nation YouTube, Dodgers Nation Twitch, Dodgers Nation Periscope, Dodgers Nation Instagram, Dodgers Nation Facebook, and ESPN Los Angeles Periscope as well on Twitter. That is the one. That is the way to go. So Turtleneck Tuesday. Tell everybody. Cybernetic Slayer first round. I fully expect Dozier. If he pulls a Granderson and they make it to the NLCS, then they'll put in Verdugo. And this is the thing. We were talking about it from before. Granderson was this. You feel like Dozier and Granderson are the same guy. Start off hot, hit a bunch of home runs, and then just fall apart down the stretch. I know he had a good game a couple days ago, and he was. Who he was today. So I think Verdugo has a shot, but you're right. In that first series, you're going to see Dozier, and I'm totally in agreement with that. That's unfortunately, because I'd love to see Verdugo too. He's proven himself, but with Dozier in front of him, it's going to be tough, and especially if you want outfield versus infield, but everybody can play everywhere. So front office will go. Someone's saying front office will go with it too. Krish Patel, haven't seen you in a little while. What's going on? Yep, the front office will probably go with Freese and Dozier. Exactly. They want the guys that have been there before and know what they're doing. So I think that you're going to see that. All right, let's see. Oh, go here. Let's go back over to. Oh, I opened up something. Let's go back over to the Facebook for here. Agree 100% with you about Baez. Exactly, because you just don't want to see Baez in a tough situation. I know I don't. Maybe you do, but I don't. All right, I believe this is from Elijah Calderon. Do you have any relation to Kyle Calderon, who's always on this with us? And I think that's in New Mexico. Remembering things. Elephant brain. I believe the Arizona Diamondbacks didn't play their best just to let Colorado win to get back at the Dodgers. They are that petty with the Dodgers. Look, that's a thought. I just can't see any team whatsoever being swept on purpose. I know they're out of it, but you can't see a team just losing on purpose. That's crazy to me. And if they are, they're coming around, and now they're gonna have to see Kershaw and Buehler back to back. I know they're getting Stripling on Wednesday, but that's Kershaw and Buehler back to back. You can't assume you're gonna get those wins, especially if you're Arizona. And now you're 8 games back, somewhere around there. Psst. I don't see that. They're done. They are absolutely done. The Dodgers have to go into Arizona and make sure they do not fall apart against that team. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? Go Big Blue, go Dodgers. Love that. Love Utley, but we have too many players who could play second base. Marianne Lacina Vargas, you're absolutely right. I just don't see Utley making the roster, even though he's been there and done that. Jansen makes me nervous when he pitches, not when he's really, really in that situation. When he's in a situation of a tie game or they're down, yes, it kind of makes me nervous because I don't like that so much. But I think that when he's in a situation where it's a 9th inning and they're up by 1 or 2, that's when Kenley Jansen is his best. When he's in a save situation, that's when Kenley's at his best. So just remember that. He's always better in those situations. Can't wait for the game tomorrow. I'll be right behind the Dodgers dugout. Tomorrow they're playing in Arizona. Corey Lynn Holman. You're going to be in Arizona? Good for you, man. Good for you. Let's see. Not much, bro. Just finished eating dinner and just joined. Hey, welcome on, Ryan. And I have not gotten to dinner yet because it's only, I don't even know what time it is. It's only 4:45 where I am, so no dinner for me yet. All right, let's see. Let's not talk about the NLCS nor the NLDS yet. Well, yeah, but I mean, this is what people want to ask about, so I answer. Let's talk about the next 2 series, not the postseason. We're not there yet. Absolutely, 100% with you, but people ask, so I answer. But the answer to that question is the next 2 series, Arizona and San Francisco both want to play spoilers. The Dodgers need to continue doing what they're doing right now. If you look at the Arizona Diamondbacks, they are in a complete and utter free fall right now. The last I looked, and that was before the weekend, they had lost 8 of their last 10. And then they just went and they got swept by the Rockies, which, God, that was tough. You really hope that the Rockies would have lost 1 or 2 of those. But now they're still a game and a half up, and you're going in and you're beating a team. You're playing a team that just got beat up. They're going to get beat up again. I really like the Dodgers' chance in that series, especially with Kershaw and Buehler back to back in those situations. Let's see, Lisbeth Sanchez. I get to watch the Dodgers in San Francisco on Saturday. Hey, good for you, man. Good for you, or woman. I wish I could go to. I love that ballpark. I know everybody hates San Francisco, but that ballpark is beautiful. I think it's still called AT&T. If it's not, they change everything all the time. But I think that's a wonderful, wonderful ballpark. It's a great one. And yes, people are talking about it a lot. The magic number is 6. The magic number is absolutely 6. The only way that the Dodgers can clinch is if they win the first 3 games in Arizona in this Arizona series. If they win all 3 games and the Rockies lose to the Philadelphia Phillies 3 games in a row. They have 4 games against the Phillies and then 3 against the Nationals. We have 3 against the Diamondbacks and 3 against the Giants, all back to back. We have Thursday's a day off, but because of that they're both kind of easy. Philadelphia is out. They're done. Just like Arizona is out and done. No team is fighting for a playoff spot in either of those anymore. So, for the most part, it's really just who comes out and wins. The Dodgers control their destiny, and that's a huge thing. A game and a half, beautiful. All right, let's see what we got here. With Arizona in a hitting slump, I'm actually nervous about playing them. Well, you shouldn't be nervous about playing them in a hitting slump, Mike Tiff, but for the most part, and this is on the ESPN LA Periscope, they're going to play better against the Dodgers because they want the Dodgers to lose. The Dodgers have 5. They've won 5 divisions in a row. The Arizona wants to play spoiler, and of course the Giants want to play spoiler. Here's the interesting thing about the Giants. The Giants, you're not scheduled to face Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner's supposed to go on Wednesday. However, do they change him just to go up against the Dodgers? Could see it. Could see it happening. Let's see. Ram fan John. Hey, Greg, just left the Rams game. Good wins by both teams. It's a good Sunday. Absolutely, Rams fan. Yes, it's a huge win for both teams. And they both won by 14, I believe. It was 15 maybe for the Rams. I think it was 38-23. Is that right? Somewhere around there for the Rams. So anytime the Chargers lose, great day. Anytime the Dodgers win, even better day. So I love seeing that. All right. On the Dodgers Nation Periscope, I don't trust Baez in the regular, let alone the playoffs. Absolutely. You don't trust Baez. Every time he comes out, it's upsetting. But you know what? If he's pitching well, he's pitching well. Greg, Colorado is refusing to die. This is going to the wire. And isn't that great, Ruben? Ruben on the Dodger Nation Periscope. I love the fact that the Rockies are playing hard. I love the fact that they're not just falling over themselves and letting the Dodgers win the series. Because you know why? You know what this does? This makes the Dodgers have to win every single game. They need to play at their top level every single game right into the playoffs. Because that is the biggest thing for them. They need to be playing strong all the way through, so they're hot when they get into the playoffs. They are hot right now. They're playing fantastically, offensively, defensively, and pitching-wise. They're all 3 phases. They're playing extremely, extremely well, and that it's great that Colorado is playing tough right now. Because if they weren't, maybe they would lose a game here or there because for whatever reason it is, because they're letting off the gas a little bit. They need to keep their foot on the gas, and that's what's important right now. They got 6 games left. They got a 1.5 lead, which is really only a game lead because Colorado still has 1 more game than the Dodgers. So it's basically a 1-game lead. They don't have a lot of leeway. The good thing is that if the Dodgers and Rockies tie, the Dodgers are... the Dodgers have the wild card, or have the home field advantage against the Rockies. I think they beat them 11. I think it was 11-8, something like that, right around there. So I think they have 11 wins of the 18, 11-7, 11-8, somewhere around there. Whatever the exact numbers are, but they won the season series. Let's see, people talking about how they don't trust Jansen. I think that's kind of silly. I think because you keep seeing Jansen in weird non-save situations. When you see Jansen in a save situation, he pitches way better. Let's think about this. Closers in non-save situations pitch way worse than closers in save situations. It's a different mindset. It's a different way to think about it. Yes, I trust Jansen when the timing is right. Let's see. This Friday's game, very strong. That Friday game, very strong. Yeah, let's go. Hey, hello, Bottoms Kathy. What's happening? Dodgers are hot. Love that. If Dodgers and Rockies end with the same record, who makes the playoffs? They would have to play a 1-game series to see who wins the division. The Dodgers have the home field advantage. Sorry, I'm just messing with that. The Dodgers have the home field advantage, and with that, they'd play at home against the Rockies and wouldn't have to go to Colorado. And it could very easily happen where there's a 3-way tie with St. Louis, because they seem to keep St. Louis and the Dodgers and the Rockies could all tie. There'd be a 1-game playoff for the division. The loser of that game would go to St. Louis because St. Louis won both season series against the Dodgers and Rockies, and that would be for the second wildcard spot if they all tie. So there's a whole bunch of things that are going on. We still have 6 games to figure all this stuff out. Let's see. It's up to us if we make playoffs or not. Not 1 game in the winning column, I'll take it. That's right. Because let's think about this. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, whatever it was, all of you guys, when the Dodgers were down 4.5 games in the division, oh, the season's over, everything's done, it doesn't matter anymore, they're not winning anything. Well, look what happened. They came out and they won. They got hot at the right time because they're playing against, they know how to win in September. That's a huge deal. It's being in the playoffs already and being there for the last 5 years with most of the guys the same. That's just how it is. Can you please change the bottom for the Twitter? Thank you. Julio Urias looked good today. Yes, he looked great today. Julio Urias as a starter for playoff. I know you guys are all going to start thinking about Julio Urias as a starter. Let's really think about Julio Urias, though. It's a big deal what's happening with Urias. He's pitching great because since he's come out, this is the best I've ever seen him. 97 miles an hour, striking guys out. That's the Julio Urias we remember and loved. However, let's see how long he needs in between those innings, because he pitched 2 innings today. Does he need 4 days off to see him again? He's going to be in the bullpen. There's not a starter spot for him in the playoffs. Does he need 4 days off? Does he only need 1 day off? Does he need 2? What does he need? That will really tell us what we need from Urias in order for him to be in a postseason situation. It's not there yet. We don't know what it's going to be, so it all does change. I got Muncy starting to hit. Yep, Muncy. Muncy never. He had a little breakdown for maybe a couple weeks, but since then he's been fine. He's striking out more than he did, but he's seeing that strike zone much better, like he did at the beginning of the year when you were like, where did this guy come from? Muncy today, 2 hits, 4 RBIs. I'm all about Max Muncy. He looked fantastic today. You have to know the competition at the same time. So let's see him do it against the Diamondbacks. Let's see him do it against the Giants. And let's see him do it in the playoffs where he has never been. All these other guys have been. They should know better. And Bellinger, I think Bellinger could have a really, really big series because he's been there before too. Let's see. Jose Gonzalez, I doubt it, depends. But do you see Urias in the 25-man roster for the playoffs? I don't at the moment. We were just talking about Jose. I think same with this, and this is another one that goes along with it. Ignacio Mota. Hope you had a great time with your wife the other day when it was for her birthday. But they both talked about Urias and Verdugo are very, very young, and those 2 guys could find their way onto the postseason roster, but I doubt it. I just think they're too young, and they haven't really been up long enough to really figure it out. And I don't think they're playing just well enough to take away playing time from anybody else. Verdugo's got the best case, but I just don't see him taking it over Dozier or Freese in that first series because it's just a little bit tough, and I just don't see it. Let's see. Okay, made it. Island Girl Ben's here. Oh, Kimber, what's going on? You were over on the Periscope for a little while. Welcome. Let's see. I got on the let's go back over to YouTube. Glad to see us getting 2 out. Ribbies, yeah, that's a big thing too. You're seeing this has all been happening since the Cincinnati series. The 2 out, 2 strike RBIs with runners on base, the runners in scoring position, which we all love. Everyone loves the RISP. RISP, the RISP. Everybody loves it. And this is the time right now the Dodgers have found it. Since that last game in Cincinnati, they figured it out. I don't know what changed, but they figured it out. They're getting hits with 2 strikes. They're getting hits with 2 outs. They're getting hits with runners in scoring position. It's not going to be every single time. Nobody, and I mean nobody, gets every single out, gets every single hit in those situations. Sorry, my daughter is talking in the other room. Hello, hi. Both of them, actually. They're both playing in the other room. It's a Sunday. What do you expect? All right, so in that situation, oh, hi. Okay, can I help you guys with something? Hold on. Come. You guys want to see my kids? I got this one is a Pazel. It was her birthday yesterday. She just turned 7. And this one is a Riley. And this one is going to be turning 7 in just about 2 months. That is her Pusheen that she just found. Got it from my mom, actually, for her birthday. Say hello. Say hello and say, go Dodgers. Can we say, go Dodgers! All right. Why don't you guys go outside? Thank you very much.
Okay.
Mwah, mwah. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.
Whoa, don't fall off.
Bye.
Oh, all right. Sorry for that little bit. Family time. It's Sunday time. So this is what we do. 2 games on ESPN Tuesday and Wednesday. That makes things way, way easier for me. The last week will be amazing. Chris, you're right. This last week is going to be fantastic. It's going to be so much fun. And this is what we're talking about. It's a blast. Remember last year, we all love the fact that the Dodgers ran away with the division last year. But it's so much more fun that the Dodgers are in a fight towards the end. Look, if they don't make it to the playoffs, then we're all hating life. But they will. I've been spot on. I hate to say it that way, but I've been spot on all year. They're going to make the playoffs, and it's not going to matter. But it's so much more fun. It's just a blast, right? I love watching these games and being really into every single pitch. Last year we weren't. We weren't in every single game, and we had to really, see what was going on. It's totally different. It's way more fun that way. In which series do you think we will clinch? I actually think it's going to be against San Francisco. It's almost impossible to clinch against Arizona, and that's the problem because, and that was from on Facebook. Arizona is going to be when we play Arizona, you have to win all 3 games, and the Padres have to lose their first 3 games in order to clinch. The magic number 6. You need 3 wins, 3 losses, and that's how it's unfortunately going to be. So it's going to be against San Francisco, which kind of stinks. You know, but at the same time, doesn't it feel good to clinch against San Francisco? Oh, I can't wait to get to this next week. It's going to be so much fun. All right, let's see. On Instagram, or is it just that we're cocky? Yeah, you know what? But how did we lose the first game in the series? I mean, look, it's baseball. You're going to lose a game here and there. And that pitcher, Eddie Bauer, Eric Lauer, Eddie Perez, I don't know. Eric Lauer, that dude just owns the Dodgers, and he did again on Friday. So that's, you know, sometimes you lose. We started it last game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and that's how that game went. All right, so, and remember, talk to each other. I see a bunch of people, and I love it. I got Charlie talking to Tina G-Man on Facebook. I love when you guys talk to each other, can have conversations with each other. I'm just here as, like, you know, you're intermediate. Talk to each other. It's fun. Could be another pool party in AZ. Most likely not. I would probably not think so. Boston versus Dodgers or Oakland versus Dodgers. I think those are all possibilities. Let's get to the postseason and really see Champaign and Giant Stadium. Oh yeah, that would be great. Champaign and Giant Stadium. Always love that. Oh no, was I replied to? Of course you're replied to, Gio. You're always replied to. You're the one that talks most on here anyway. Are you worried about the Arizona and San Francisco series? We tend to play them badly. They took 3 of 4 from Arizona. They played badly against Arizona early in the year when Arizona was hot and the Dodgers weren't. Since the middle of August, like around August 24th, 25th, they've been much better, and they're beating up on every good team. And this, at the time, Arizona was a good team and knocked them out. Arizona lost 3 straight games here at Dodger Stadium, and that basically knocked them out of the race. And now look at where they are. Let's see. Pool time in Arizona. I always love saying pool time in Arizona. Let's see. Almost guarantee Bochy messes with his rotation for the Dodgers. You're right. Dodger fan in San Diego, you're almost 100% right. I'm with you on that. I agree. I think you see a lot of that too. Anybody here? Let's see. Let's get 2 sweeps this week, Doyers. You need it. I mean, basically, look, that's what's great about what's going on. Colorado is winning, so you need to sweep. As much as it's tough. And I know I'm going to come. Look, the Dodgers are going to lose a game, and I'm going to come on here and I'm going to talk to you guys, and you're going to say, "Oh, it's over." It's not over. We are in the lead. It's all about how they play down the stretch, and they've been playing so well. No matter what, 1 loss is not going to be the end of it. Let's see. Is Greinke pitching in this series, Dolores? Yes. Greinke is pitching. He is pitching against Ross Stripling at the moment on Wednesday. Let's see what happens. Guys change here and there, but at the moment, Greinke and Ross Stripling are scheduled to pitch on Wednesday. Tomorrow, I believe, is Robbie Ray versus Clayton Kershaw, and then it's Walker Buehler versus, I think Godley pitched today. I'm not sure who it is. I forget who who Walker Buehler is going up against. No, Greinke is pitching Wednesday apparently at the moment. I'm going to the game Saturday in San Francisco. Get there, Casey, and root for the Dodgers. All right, who is Tuesday? I forget. If someone can look it up for me, I know I'm going to get somebody here. Cybernetic Slayer, Foxtrot Now. I think somebody on YouTube usually gets to me, and as soon as they get it, whoever Arizona is scheduling to pitch on Tuesday. You think Arizona lost on purpose, or are they just terrible? I think they're just terrible because before they even got into that series, they lost they lost 8 of 10, and then they lost those 3. I just don't. I don't think they lost on purpose. I don't think anybody loses on purpose. Oh, it's Coke. That's right. So Russell St. Clair, thank you. Coke against Buehler. I trust Buehler against everybody. I just do. Let's see. And now someone's saying Andriese. So I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit all over the place. Let's be honest. We're either going to go 2-4, 3-3, or 4-2. We're going to need help from Washington and Philly. I don't agree with any of that. I could very easily see 5-1. And now that's saying Coke. So I don't know. It's one. I believe it's Coke. Most people are saying Coke. Hello, Dodger Blue. The great and wise Yogi Berra said, "It ain't over till it's over." That's right. He sure did. He said a lot of funny things. That was all you guys see about him. It's up to us if we make the playoffs. Yes, you're right. And LOL, man. Like, oh, hello, Lois. Lois. Let's be honest. Like, can you really LOL? I know you're normally a negative guy, as most Dodger fans are. I know it. But 2-4. 3-3 and 4-2. Why such negative towards what you think they're going to be? I mean, what in the past have you seen that have they lost the series since Cincinnati? No, they've won every single series, and if they do that, then it's more of the 4-2 at the very least. So 4-2, 5-1, and 6-0 are all extremely possible. I don't see the 3-3 or 2-4 at all. I think they run through most of these guys, and what you really, really want to see is you want to see that clinching happen by Friday. Thursday, Friday. I know they don't have a game on Thursday, but Colorado does. So you hope that it happens around there Thursday, Friday, so you don't have to use Kershaw on Sunday. Right now, Kershaw is scheduled to pitch Monday and Sunday. You want to get them just have one more start each. Kershaw on Monday, Buehler on Tuesday, and that's it. That's all you want to see from those two guys. So hopefully that's how it stays. I was hoping it would be Kershaw or Buehler against Greinke. Sorry, Kimber. It's not going to be one of those. It's supposed to be Stripling. It's not the National League that I worry about. We can go head-to-head. Yeah, look, I'm not worried about head against the NL. It's the AL. All the teams are really good. The AL, all the teams are always really good. It's, you know what, there's teams. Remember when the Seattle Mariners won 116 games and went out in the first round of the Yankees? It happens. The Cleveland Indians had the best record in the league last year. They went out in the first round. I mean, the Red Sox are usually pretty good. They go out early. It was the Astros and Yankees last year in the ALCS. Those were not the best teams last year. I mean, Houston was, but the Yankees weren't. It was all the Indians were supposed to be there. Hey, bro, it's Ryan Montes. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? Hi. No, he doesn't trust Pedro Baez. I do not trust Pedro Baez in any sense, and if you do, I'm sorry. Would you mind changing the bottom, please? Thank you. We usually play bad versus D-backs as Giants. I mean, those are all negative thoughts, and those are all things like May thoughts. What have you seen since August that has made you think that they usually play bad versus the Diamondbacks and Giants? LOL. Tell me, because I'm going to answer you. So just go ahead and tell me what you've seen since August that you think that they play bad against those two teams. Not Stripling. Oh, goodness. The one I don't want to see. I knew we should have chose Monday to go. Yes, you should have chose Monday to go. You should always choose a Clayton Kershaw or Walker Buehler day. Shout out to my son, Ignacio. Shout out to your son, Ignacio. Let's see. Richard Soto. This week, Diamondbacks and Giants are positioning their rotation to be spoilers. Dodgers need to win each series and ideally sweep. Go into the playoffs hot. You're right. Absolutely, they do need to go in being hot, and that's why it's so fun, and we've talked about it a bunch. The Rockies are playing so well down the stretch, not against the Dodgers, but they're playing so well down the stretch right now that they do need to win, that the Dodgers need to keep their foot on the gas, and they're playing great. They've been playing great all of September, and they've been one of the best, I think the best team in all of baseball in September. So I'm not worried. You guys shouldn't be either. Just enjoy the ride. Don't live and die by every pitch, although it's really fun to do it. Who do you think is staying in the bullpen for the postseason? All right, Ernest Moda Jr., what's going on, man? We did this, but I'll do it for you again because it's been about 20 minutes since we did it. I got it all right here. I wrote down both the names of all of the pitchers, all of the hitters on both of these things. So, pitchers. Kershaw, Buehler, Hill, Ryu, set, done, in. They are in, absolutely. I'm not sure if we're going to see Stripling or Wood, which one of those two, but I bet you it's only one of those guys. Then it's automatic, so that's 4 guys. Kenley, Maeda, Alexander are all set. I think Floro's in. I think Roskup's in. I think Ferguson is in. And then you have Venditti, Cingrani, Baez, Fields, Urias, Madsen, Axford, Garcia. If I had my choice, and I'm going to be wrong. Some of these guys are going to move around. I'm not sure exactly. This one, I almost guarantee I'll be wrong about something. My choices, specifically my choices, are the guys that are pitching the best when it matters and in winning games. In games when it's a close game, you really want to see them pitch really well. The guys that I think are pitching the best in the bullpen are Roskup, Ferguson, Alexander, Floro, and Venditti. I don't think Cingrani makes it in that first round. I don't think Baez makes it in that first round. I don't think Fields or Urias or Madsen or Axford or Garcia make it in. Those are my thoughts. You know what? If you tell me what you think, I want to hear your guys' bullpens. What do you think is your bullpen that you want? Let's see. I want to say Stripling and Wood are going to be relief pitchers. One of them will. You're right. I agree. But I bet you only one. It's either going to be Stripling or Wood. And they're giving Stripling another shot in the rotation on Wednesday, so I think he might end up being the guy. Maeda and Wood need to be available to be long relievers. Maeda is no longer a long reliever. Maeda is an 8th inning guy. They need when Maeda goes in when he is needed, and he is the guy that they want to be that setup man. Which we don't really have setup men, but they kind of want him to be in that type of role. All right, let's see what we got here. We got on YouTube. Yes, shake your hands. Yeah, need CT3 to need a leadoff guy. Look, CT3 is a leadoff guy. He's a leadoff guy against lefty. He's a righty. He plays against lefties. Jock is the leadoff guy against righties. Look, Jock hit a home run yesterday. Another leadoff home run. I think that's 8 or 9 for him this year in the leadoff spot. So Jock against righties is going to lead off. Taylor most likely is going to lead off against righties or against lefties. And that's just how that's going to go. I know maybe you'll be Kike because they did that the other day, which was weird. They're doing things all of a sudden now that I'm not expecting. Switch pitcher, lefty, righty, Venditti. You're right. Absolutely. That's a Pacific Rick. You're absolutely right. I'm totally with you there. I think that Venditti is going to be the guy because he can go lefty and righty. And when he does, he's throwing 90 plus on both arms. You just don't see that anymore. It's kind of crazy. And Dodgers doing you right. Maeda is a great setup man. That's kind of what he's become. And so you want Maeda in the 8th. You want Kenley in the 9th. And you want to see what else you go. Kenley is this year's Morrow. I don't like that whole this year's guy because Morrow ended up falling apart in the World Series. So I don't want to see another Morrow. I want to see the guy that pitches well. I feel like every team is against us not making the playoffs. Of course they are. Of course they are. Look, every team is against the Yankees making the playoffs. Every team is against, the Red Sox making the playoffs. Every team's against the Cubs maybe not the Cubs. But you go, the top teams, you want to be that team. You want to be the team that everybody hates, that is putting their best out towards you every single game. The Patriots are that kind of team too. You want to beat the Patriots always because they usually win. The Dodgers have won 5 straight division series. Or divisions, just a division, 5 times in a row. They're going for 6. So they got the one game lead. Totally for it. I'm totally for everybody giving us our best shot. I'd rather them give us their best shot, so we beat them at their best shot, and then go into the playoffs looking hot and beating teams as they should. We had last laugh with the Darvish and Morrow trades. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Both those guys out for the season. Yeesh. The Cubs, that's a huge thing for the Cubs. Now they lost Pedro Strop because of his hamstring trying to run out a single. Now you have no closer up there. It's weird. It's very weird to see a Chicago without a closer. So let's see. At Ernest Baez is Robert's love child. Yes, but he didn't make the postseason roster last year. So don't expect him to make it this year too if he's not that guy. So we'll see. I'm counting on him not being there. I'm probably going to be wrong. I know. That's why we are the only team that has a chant. I love it when they say beat LA. That's right, Vic. Everybody has the beat LA chant because in LA you want to see the LA. Most teams want to see the LA teams lose. The Dodgers, the Lakers, now the Rams are playing really well. You want to see those teams lose. I don't want to see those teams lose. And by the way, speaking of the Lakers, we're going to be at Media Day tomorrow. I get to meet LeBron tomorrow. How cool is that? We are going to have on Mason Island tomorrow at 12:50. We are going to have LeBron James live from Media Day sitting next to Mason Island. I get to meet LeBron tomorrow. That will absolutely be a picture taken of that. That's awesome. But remember, and so we're not going to talk too much about the Dodgers until Media Day is over on Mason Island, but I guarantee you the morning show is going to be all over this. Taken 2 of 3. They're going to talk about Ryu being Ryu pitching so well, and they're going to talk about Hill pitching well. But here's the thing. I want you guys all to go listen to the morning show and go tell LZ that he shouldn't have left us 2 weeks ago. Tell Keyshawn Johnson he should not have left us 2 months ago. And tell Travis Rogers that he's an Angels fan and he doesn't know anything about the Dodgers. I love you, Travis. But yeah, tell him that Kershaw's not done. I know he said that a bunch of times. Tell him that he thinks Walker Buehler is the guy you want in a wild card game. No, you still want Kershaw in the wild card game. That is a guy. Follow the Dodgers and know it, Travis. You're the guy now. Follow the Dodgers. Yeah, and when I thought about that, that's when I realized they had a point about us beating the Cubs. Yep. Who plays second base in postseason? Man, they're going to bounce around a lot. Muncy's going to get a chance there. Taylor's going to get a chance there. Kike has looked great everywhere. So I think Kike is going to get a chance there. You're going to see a lot of times. I'm getting a bunch of go Lakers. Keyshawn's nephew, Michael Thomas, just had an almost 200-yard game. Yeah, good for him. The show is better with... No. LZ, Keyshawn, and Travis are fantastic. I love those guys. It's so much fun in the morning. They actually have a good time, and they joke around a lot, and I like it a lot. But they do make... Especially with football, they know their stuff. Keyshawn knows his stuff. Bryce Harper to the Dodgers next year. Eesh, no, thank you. I don't want any piece of that. Switch pitch. I got that one already. Roberts was giving every player to have a chance in the closing home game. Just my opinion. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm sure he was. Absolutely. Pacific Rock. Rick, I'm guessing. Rick. Yeah, you need to give every guy a chance. It's the last home game. It's Fan Appreciation Day. Guys like Steve Garvey and Don Newcomb and Fernando Valenzuela all got a shot to go onto the field, or got to be on the field today and be honored because they're going into the legends of the Dodgers next year to have plaques. So congratulations to those guys. And then Jaime Jarrín, yesterday or Friday, got his number put right up next to Vin Scully on the wall of fame. Oh, great for these guys. This is what you get in LA. You get the true guys in LA, and I love seeing that. You honor your greats. I don't want Bryce Harper. I totally agree with you. I have no interest in Bryce Harper. I know he's good, he's great, he's young, but I don't have any interest in Bryce Harper. Harper and Machado better in our lineup next year. I want Machado. If you can sign one of them, I think you sign Machado. I know he's a shortstop. He wants to be a shortstop, and that's where Corey Seager plays. But I think that it's gonna be Machado. If you do get that guy. Let's see what we got here on the Facebook. Keyshawn is the best. That's right, Tina. No Harper. No Muncy at second base. Really? Look, yes. You need Muncy's bat in the lineup. He's going to play second. Or you play him at first, and you play Bellinger in center field. A lot of it is going to depend on matchups. They're going to do a lot of that. I love seeing all this. You guys are all smart fans. I love seeing smart fans. No Harper, no Harper, no Harper. Don't need Harper. I love seeing all those. We need to get bullpen next year in free agency. Bullpen has been the best in baseball in September. When it matters, the bullpen has been the number one bullpen in all of baseball. They were great again today. I'm happy with the bullpen, but bullpens change from year to year. You're going to get a couple guys, but for the most part, just think about it. Ross Cup, Ferguson, Floro, Venditti. Did you think any of those guys were going to be on the postseason roster? No, you weren't even thinking about those guys in the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, all of a sudden, you're talking about them all the time because that's the guys that are going to be there. It's crazy. The bullpen you see in the beginning of the year, Tom Kohler was supposed to be the big man for the Dodgers this year. What happened to Tom Kohler? You don't see him anymore because he's hurt, and you never got to see him. He was supposed to be that guy. Josh Fields was supposed to be that guy. Singrani was supposed to be that guy. All those guys are not even anywhere near the radar at the moment. Maybe Singrani and Fields, but it's late. I don't know if they make that roster. Runcie is no second baseman. The bat will find him. Yeah, the ball will find him. Yeah, he's not a great defensively, but they're gonna do that. It's gonna happen. Just wait. Floro can throw heaters. Floro throws a lot of pitches he's a ground ball pitcher, and that's what you need. Floro and Alexander absolutely do it. You have a righty and a lefty split pitch pitcher that gets ground balls. They are important to have, and it's important to have them. They're going to be there. because they do what you need. You don't want the ball in the air. You don't see a lot of home runs given up by Alexander or Floro because they get the ball on the ground, and that's important. Harper not worth the multiple-year deal. Yeah, God, I love all you guys. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for not wanting Harper. Do you think Kohler comes back in Dodger Blue next season? I don't remember what the exact deal was that they gave him. If it was a one-year deal, probably not. But maybe. They want to see what he's got. That's why I don't like Muncy at first. Well, you got to like Muncy somewhere. If you don't like him at second, you got to find him somewhere at first base. Yeah, that is Belly's place. I agree. Bellinger could be a Gold Glove first baseman, but you need to play other guys at first to get him in the outfield, to get their bats in. Muncy has 33 or 34 home runs. You have to have his bat in the lineup. I just don't know. Should we get Daniel Murphy if we can get Machado back? No. I don't think you need Daniel Murphy, and Daniel Murphy's in his mid-30s. He was hurt all this year. He's playing okay for the Cubs right now, but no, I don't have any interest in Daniel Murphy. He's not the same guy he once was. Let's see, Puig better than Harper. I can agree with that, and also Puig is cheaper too. Puig has an arbitration year next year, and they can sign him to between $10-12 million. I'm all for it. All right, we're under 5 minutes here. So let's see what else we got here. I'm going to try and get as many questions as I can as possible in this next 5 minutes. Will Alex Verdugo play with us next season? I really believe he will, Doogie. 1109, are you a Verdugo? Are you one of the Verdugos, Doogie? Yes, I do think Alex Verdugo makes the team next year. I think he's just been waiting for his shot, and now is the time. I think with the outfield and I think he's going to make this roster next year. I think he's just going to miss out on the playoffs. I really do. It stinks because I'd love to see him there, but I think he's just too young, and I think he's just not there. You have to sit either Freese or Dozier in that situation, and I think they're going to go with Dozier, and I think so it's going to be tough to move, but I do think Verdugo next year is going to be the man, 100%. Let's see. I love Verdugo. He's just the best. My favorite. Yep, Team Verdugo. Most people are Team Verdugo, and maybe want to give it up over Dozier. I wouldn't hate it. I just think what I think they're going to do is going to be Verdugo is gonna be Dozier. Can Muncy catch Neil Virtucio? Yeah, no, he can't. But look, Yasmani Grandal hit a home run the other night. Austin Barnes hit another home run today. Austin Barnes is doing what you need in that ace spot, and he's going to be the catcher. I guarantee it. Wait, just watch. He will be the catcher tomorrow night for Clayton Kershaw because he's always the catcher for Clayton Kershaw. So most likely you're going to see Barnes 2 days in a row, and Barnes has been fine. He's finding the bat. The bat is finding the ball right when it needs to happen, and he takes a lot of pitches, and he works the other pitchers. He does what he kind of needs to do. I know sometimes he can be an automatic out, which stinks, but he hit another home run today, and it was fantastic. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So let's see what we got. Farmer isn't getting at bats because he's probably not on playoff roster, so you need to give Barnes opportunities. Mark Harmon, you're 100% right. He is going to be, that's why you're going to see Barnes today with Ryu in a day game, but you're probably going to see Barnes in a night game with Kershaw tomorrow. Grandal is awesome. Don't want to lose him in free agency. I think he's going to cost a little bit too much, and someone else is going to pay him, and you have Barnes back there. You have a lot of really good catchers in Double-A. Keibert Ruiz was fantastic this year in Double-A. Will Smith struggled in Triple-A, but he was really, really good in Double. Let's see. One of those two guys is going to come out of spring training next year and be a beast. I know Keibert Ruiz in spring training this year was really good. So I expect to see Ruiz or Smith, but I'm going to say Ruiz. I mean, let's just kind of go off. I think we see Ruiz in that situation. Will we see Tolles next year? He needs to play well. I mean, he got hurt, and he keeps getting hurt, and he's not getting that chance, and he struck out on 3 pitches today. So he needs to go over the offseason and really, really work on his game, and I think he will. So Tolles could very well be there. He was supposed to be there this year and last year. I can't wait to see how the Giants series at AT&T Park goes, especially after Puig versus Hundley quite a while ago. Oh, yeah. Jeez, those are going to be fun games. He's not amazing like Belly. I love Belly. I think here's the great thing about Bellinger, and we don't give him enough credit for. When he has 2 strikes, he shortens up and he just gets on base. He's just like Mike Trout does these kind of things. I think there's other guys. I think Mookie Betts does it too. For a lot of time, you saw Cody Bellinger just swinging for the fences. Now he's shortening up and he's just getting on base. And that's what you need. With 2 strikes, you just need him on base. And that's the biggest thing he can do. I love seeing it from him, and it's great to see. So keep that up. Let Kike catch. I know everybody wants to see him catch. I just don't see when you do it. I think he's going to miss out on that. Kike is not going to get there. VJ Polito, big thumbs up from OKC. What's up, VJ? All right, I'm running out. I got 1 minute left. One more question. I'm going to answer one more question. I'm going to read through them, and I'm going to make sure that I get a good one from you guys. Oh, you know what? Here's one from Twitch because I don't get to Twitch too much. Let's see. Glora 1105. Starting pitchers Kershaw, Buehler, Wood, Hill, Ryu. You're not getting 5. Stripling, Floro, Alexander, Maeda, Venditti, Roscup, Ferguson. I agree with all of those most likely. But Wood, you got to take Wood out of the starting rotation because you usually only go 4 pitchers. There you go. Thank you, Glora. But that's not the way I think it's going to go. All right, 30 seconds left, so I'm going to say thank you all so much. It was a blast on a Sunday, and that's a 2 out of 3 for the Dodgers. They still are a game and a half up on Colorado, and they're still a little bit back behind Atlanta, but they still got the lead in the division, 1.5 games, so keep it up tomorrow. 3 against Arizona. It's Kershaw Day tomorrow. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Love you guys. See ya. I'm out of here. Enjoy your Sunday.